Hello, and welcome to Visa Things, a podcast where we discuss everything you need to know about US visa applications. I'm your host, Denzel James, and today we'll be diving into the basic requirements for applying for a US visa. Whether you are planning a business trip, vacation, or joining your family in the United States, this episode will guide you through the essentials. A quick note before we begin. At Jamar Consultants, we've been assisting people with visa applications for over 15 years. Our goal is to simplify the process for you and help you avoid common mistakes that can impact your application. So, let's jump right into today's topic. However, before we get into the nitty-gritty, it's important to remember that the decision to grant or deny a visa lies solely with the U.S. Embassy officer reviewing your application. This decision is based on U.S. immigration laws and policies, so while we can guide you, they hold the final say. Although the basic guidelines for applying for a visa are the same worldwide, there are certain factors in each country that can influence your application, both positively and negatively. Now, let's talk about the basic requirements. This is where most applicants start, and having these in place can save you a lot of hassle down the road. Question: I'm a Trinidad and Tobago resident. What do I need to apply for a United States visa? Well, you will need to provide your name as it appears on your passport, your date of birth, your place of birth, marital status, your mailing and residential address, identification number, and your telephone contact. The following requirements are also needed for individuals who do not have a valid United States visa or whose visa has expired for more than 48 months. However, those with currently valid visas or visas expired within the past 48 months may not be required to provide the following: an official bank statement addressed to the United States Embassy, a formal job letter also addressed to the United States Embassy, a formal letter from school attended by any student applying for a visa, a current payslip, your business registration if self-employed, your document of company and corporation for companies, and employer details for maids. You must have a valid passport, and the validity of the passport should cover the period of your planned trip to the United States. Your passport should also have 1 or 2 blank pages available for visa stamping. The application requires you to indicate what type of visa you are currently applying for and the purpose of your visit. The most popular types of visas are the B1, B2 visa for business or vacation, or a C1D for working purposes, such as for crew members on board vessels or airlines who are required to transit through the United States. If you have family members, such as a mother, father, brother, sister, or child in the United States, you will need to list their names, their relationship to you, and their status, whether they are a resident or citizen. You are also required to state whether you have other relatives living in the United States. Their names or status are not required. This is just a simple yes or no answer. You will need to indicate whether anyone has filed a residency petition on your behalf. In other words, has a family member or spouse ever applied for you to get a green card or to live in the United States? Persons applying for a US visa will need to provide their intended place of stay and point of contact, including an address and telephone number. The United States immigration authorities need to know whether you are traveling as part of a group and who will be paying for your trip. Occupation details are required. Your current place of work, along with your salary, job description, period of employment, and contact information. You must also provide details of your previous employer, including the supervisor's name, period of employment, and contact information. For students, you are required to provide your current school, its address, and the courses you are studying. Employed persons are required to provide the names of schools attended, preferably secondary and post-secondary, the period of attendance, the address of the institution, and the courses studied. For married persons, you must provide your spouse's name, date of birth, city of birth, and the date of marriage or divorce. Parents' information. You are required to provide their names and dates of birth. For mothers, their maiden name will be required, which is the name before they were married. You would need to state whether you have ever been arrested and to provide the details of the arrest. You may need to provide an extract from the court relative to your arrest if necessary. If you have visited the United States before, you will need to provide details regarding the dates visited and the length of stay for your last 5 visits to the United States. You will also need to state which other countries you have visited within the last 5 years. You will need to provide details on your social media accounts, such as the account names and platforms. If you have had any special training in firearms or militia exercises, you will need to declare it as well. It may seem extensive, but these are the basic requirements needed to begin your application process. If you are interested in allowing us to assist you with your application, you can WhatsApp us at 381-5031, or you can visit our main office at number 4 Adventure Road in Point Fortin. Or from the convenience of wherever you are, you can complete our online questionnaire to begin the process at www.jamartt.com. That's JAMARTT.com. Our online questionnaire is submitted to Jamar Consultants and not to the United States Embassy. Therefore, information can be corrected by us if entered incorrectly when submitted. This was an introduction to our visa assistance service, and we will be providing more specific details in the future. Keep watching, and remember to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Visa Things, where we keep you up to date on everything related to U.S. immigration services. I'm Denzel James, and until next video, be good, be safe.